Can we help you? You look lost.
Fine, thanks.
Sure?
Yeah.
5 minutes?
No.
What about you, Sarah? We're from SBS television. We do a show called Front Up, and these are little personal profiles of people around Australia. We've never met a sailor before.
Yeah.
What is Cerberus?
Cerberus?
Yes.
It's a training facility down in Melbourne, down at Creek Point.
Right. And what do you, and when you train to be?
It's just training, general training for all sailors.
Right.
Then from there you go on to category schools throughout Australia.
Where are you from originally?
Albury-Wodonga, up on the New South Wales-Victorian border.
And you're going to be a sailor? Well, you are a sailor.
Well, I'm going to be at the moment. Yeah, I'm still in training.
You're in training. What do they call you now? Trainees?
Recruits.
Recruits
now.
Did you always want to be a sailor?
No, I've had a few jobs, but with current economic times, this is the sort of job you need to go into.
Right. Do you have a trade, or did you train for anything else?
Yeah, I'll be specialising in mine warfare.
In what?
Mine warfare.
Oh, mine warfare.
Yeah.
What? How did you?
Disposing of them, not making them, and not putting them in the water, just getting rid of them.
Right. But before that, I mean, did you have anything before you went into the Navy that you?
Jack of all trades, just did all sorts of odd jobs. Tried to do what I could to stay off unemployment.
What made you think of the Navy?
Well, it's just a career that would last a while. I was looking for something that was a little more stable than what was currently out there.
But did you see a recruitment poster or something?
I've thought about all sorts of things like that for a while, and just finally looked into the Navy. Said, yeah, okay, it's not too bad, or it doesn't seem too bad. Let's try it out.
Have you been on a ship yet?
No, I haven't. I've been sailing, and that's about all we've done so far, but that's just during the training.
Sailing in?
As on a small yacht, sailing yacht, they actually take recruits out and give them a little bit of a go on a small yacht.
See if you get seasick.
Yeah, that too.
Did you get seasick?
No one got seasick, no.
Had you been, before that, have you been on boats a lot? Have you been around boats at all?
No, hardly ever. So, yeah, it was a new experience.
What about some of the people you've met here? What's your impressions? How long have you been there so far?
We've been there for 8 weeks now.
Are your parents born in Australia?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
And the other trainees, are they mostly all Australians, or is there a mixture?
There's a good ethnic mix, actually. I'd say predominantly probably Australian, but yeah, no, we've got all sorts. Yeah.
Have you made any friends yet?
Oh, yeah, everyone's a friend just about. You have to rely on each other, so everyone becomes friends.
And what about the recreation side of it? Where do you relax and how do you socialise?
Well, after the 4th week, you're allowed weekend leave. There's a small club on base where you can go down, sit down, watch your TV if you're a TV junkie or whatever, polish your boots, whatever needs to be done.
What did your folks say when you decided that this is what you're going to do?
They said, great, just as long as you stick with it, because I've had a few jobs in my time. Yeah, so...
Did you have a girlfriend?
I'm married, actually.
Are you married?
Yeah. And, she's pretty happy with the choice, yeah.
And was she always happy with that decision when you first told her?
Yeah, she was. Yeah. She was very supportive, very good. Cassie.
Cassie, what does Cassie do?
At the moment, she just stays home and looks after my son. Right. Otherwise, she's in retail.
Right. Now, what happens in the future? Like, once you get through training, do you get posted together somewhere?
Once I get out and I go to my category school and complete my training there, then we'll get supplied housing and that, and married quarters.
Right.
And she'll be able to move in. Right. My son will be moved in.
Do you look forward to that? Do you see that as a...
Oh, I see that as being very good, and I'm looking forward to it a great deal, yeah.
Two things that people think about sailors. They have a reputation for women around the world. Or was it? Has that ever? Did your wife? Did Cassie ever say, "Now listen"?
She's learned to trust me over the years. We've been married for 5 years now, so
it's not an issue.
No, it's not an issue. No.
Okay.
She's pretty trusting.
But you haven't been away yet.
Oh no, not for a long time. Yeah. Probably not like seeing the movies and that. It's a lot more relaxed in many ways.
You don't have one of those tough sergeants.
Oh, they're still tough, but not quite so rude or obnoxious. Yeah, they're very good.
What is the next step? I mean, what is the first thing that you can aspire to? What is the first promotion?
Well, at the moment, I guess once you finish your category school, you become an able seaman, which is basically the lowest rung on the ladder, if you like, besides us recruits.
Right. When you were a little boy, did you always want to be a mine expert?
No, I always wanted to be a pilot, but yeah, that just didn't happen. Grades weren't good enough.
Yeah. So what made you think about this area, this particular mine warfare?
I had a look around, and there's so many choices in the Navy and so many different career things.
I see.
But I had to choose one that was suitable for both me and my wife. You know, I didn't want to be away at sea for huge amounts of time.
Right.
And mine warfare vessels, you know, you're not out for a huge amount of time. So I still see my family fairly regularly.
So that was a critical issue, really.
Just for me personally, yeah. Whereas a lot of single men, you know, like, yeah, let's get out on the ships. We'll go touring around the world and have a great time.
Yeah. Tell us a bit about Cassie. What sort of, well...
Country girl at heart.
Yeah. Is she from where you are?
Yeah, well, not far from it, Corryong. So she's a country girl. We met purely by chance, hit it off.
Where did you meet?
At my brother's 21st birthday party. I was living in Canberra at the time, come down to Albury-Wodonga for the party. She just happened to be there, we got along well, and I moved back 2 weeks later to Albury-Wodonga. So,
because of her?
Yeah, I thought, oh, there's a good girl, and I started pursuing her, and yeah, it just developed from there.
And did she play hard to get, or was she also keen?
Apparently she was interested, but yeah, it took a little tracking down. It was about a month before we actually met again, and yeah, we started dating, took our time over things, had a nice long engagement before we finally settled down and got married.
Do you think, I mean, obviously you think she's special.
Definitely.
But can you say how?
Can I say how? I think anyone who can put up with me is going to be really bloody special. Grumpy, I often get grumpy. Yeah. Get tired and irritable, you know, so just got to put up with that a bit. Yeah. And I tend to spend a lot of time on my hobbies.
Which are?
Wargaming, tabletop wargaming, stuff like that.
How long have you been doing that?
12 or more years now.
Ooh. And Cassie's not interested in war games?
No. Just me, hopefully.
What about your 17-month-old son?
Oh, he loves it. He loves all the figures. He thinks they're wonderful.
Yeah. So you have an army? You have your own army?
I have lots of armies, yeah. But yeah, you build up an army and then you battle each other with dice. So
over the phone or
actually on a tabletop, you sit down, 2 players arrange a battle and then you meet and play.
So this has been going on for quite a while.
Oh yeah, many years.
Where are you headed right now today? Where are you headed?
Actually, around to my little hobby shop around the corner, and then I'm going to catch a train home.
Can we come with you? Have a look at this. Is the hobby shop where you're going to buy
miniatures and stuff.
Can we have a look?
Yeah, it'll probably be pretty tight though. I'm going to be back fairly soon.
All right, we just want a quick shot.
Yeah,
right?
that's fine.
Okay, let's go. Okay. So this is the place.
This is
you lead the way. Lead the way.
A bit of free publicity for you. Not too bad.
Is that right if we?
Yeah, not fine.
Okay, you go ahead and show us now. You've got quite a collection, have you?
I've got probably several thousand.
Yeah.
Miniatures, all different styles, all different types.
You don't keep them in the kitchen cupboard, I guess.
Oh no, definitely not. I've got my own separate room. Away from my child, can't get in there.
Yeah.
Keep it locked.
Go.
I've probably got a very large proportion of these. Trouble.
Okay, so what are you going to look at today?
Just a general look around.
Futuristic?
Yeah, there's a lot of new Warzone stuff which I'm looking into at the moment. There's a new company down here called Reaper. It's got some really well-detailed fantasy miniatures, and they're probably a passion more than actual gaming terms. I collect them simply because I like the way they look. Right. I paint them up. They look brilliant. I might sell them in local toy shops or whatever. It's actually, this game and that is huge all around the world.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. It's brilliant.
What sort of colours will you paint that in?
Sort of demonic. I'll probably paint it in either deep reds or even bright greens, you know, sort of gremlin-ish. You tend to use deeply contrasting colours because it brings out the detail on them.
Would you say this is obviously more than just a little hobby for you?
Yeah, I take it on as a bit of a passion. Yeah. Besides my wife and child, it's probably one of the next most important things in my life.
Pensively. Are you waiting for a photo opportunity?
Not really.
Not really.
No, I'm looking around.
You're looking
I have a lot
around.
to look at. And
Are you a visitor?
sure.
Yeah. From where?
South Africa.
And how long are you here?
5 weeks.
Well, that's plenty of time.
Yeah,
And you like taking pictures?
that's sure.
Have you taken any good ones yet?
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
I've been to Dover Heights.
Uh-huh.
Been up to the Hawkesbury.
Nice
That's
up
it
there.
so far. Yeah.
But not out into the middle of Australia, into the bush, into the desert or
yet.
anywhere?
Not yet.
Do you plan to?
Maybe.
Maybe. What's your favorite photo of all time? Is there one?
Well, the wildlife in the bush in South Africa, at
Yeah.
the Kruger Park. That's good.
How long are you going to stay in the town, in the city?
In the city, probably the 5 weeks.
All of
I'm
it?
actually an immigrant. I'm looking to settle here permanently. And I settled the family now, and that's it. I'm backwards and forwards.
So you've actually moved here now?
Moved the family. I'm
Yeah.
next.
You're next.
I'm next.
So you're on a recce visit here.
That's it.
Yeah. What made you decide to come to Australia at this point in your life?
At this point, it's peaceful.
Yeah.
The country is very similar to what we know,
Yeah.
and
You wouldn't think so, actually, would you? I mean, Australians wouldn't imagine that Australia was similar to anywhere in the world.
no, it's absolutely the same. When I land here, the cars drive on the same side of the road. People talk English.
Well, you haven't been to the centre yet.
Oh well, okay. Still, but this
Yeah.
this is I
You
feel at
com-
home.
Yeah.
Very
Right.
comfortable.
Right. But what made you decide? Was there a trigger apart from?
To come from South Africa here.
Yeah.
Well, I came from a rich country, a rich position, a rich home, to a new place. I've divided my assets by 4. I take a quarter of what I had there, if I'm lucky enough to get it out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm escaping the crime. I'm escaping the violence
Mm-hmm.
and the general downturn in the area
Mm-hmm.
that's crumbling.
Now, can I ask how old are you?
Me now, 53.
So you're taking a big change in your life at 53.
I'm taking a lifetime of building up assets
Yes.
and property, destroying it,
Yes.
and coming here.
When you say destroying it, you mean dispersing it?
It's the same thing.
Divided in 4 amongst what, your family?
No, I'm dividing it by 4 because our currency is about 3.8
Oh, I see what you mean.
to an Australian dollar. And it's 6.50, I believe, to the American dollar at the moment.
So you're making a conscious decision perhaps to limit your lifestyle, to reduce your
There's
lifestyle.
no question about it.
Yeah? Yeah. But you do it because you think it's worthwhile?
Absolutely. It's a future for the children.
Yeah. How old are they?
I got the eldest is 26, one of 25, and one of 19.
Did you all sit down and discuss it and agree on it, or did you say this is what we're doing?
Well, one night round the table at home a few years ago, the kid said, "What are you doing about it?" They must have been about 21, 22. And that was the trigger.
When so who was 21, 22?
The children.
I see,
My
yes.
application I made for permanent citizenship
Yeah.
here was about 4 years ago.
I see. And it's taken this long to get through.
That's right.
Yeah. You were wealthy, and now you're middle class.
Now I think perhaps lower than middle class, but I have no problems because it's so safe here. There's no bullets flying.
Yes.
I can walk in the streets. People
Yeah.
are nice.
Yeah.
Seen friendly faces wherever I go,
Mm.
and that's it. I haven't seen one bad incident over here yet.
Yes. So obviously you feel that you're going to fit in here pretty well.
Absolutely.
And the family too?
Absolutely.
Then what were you doing in South Africa professionally?
I'm in construction, a property developer. I'm in the middle of a township development of 160 units. Interest rates have gone up to about 23, 24%. It's impossible to build. And that's it. I've stopped
Will you finish
building.
that project?
Will I finish it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going back in about 4 weeks' time to try and finish it off, yes.
Mm.
But nobody wants to buy for 2 reasons. Interest rates are too high
Mm.
and the crime.
Mm.
No one wants to commit to property.
Right.
No.
So you've been doing that for a long time, all your life?
27 years.
Tell us a bit about the lifestyle. What made it so difficult, and how it came to that point where you all said enough?
Well, when...
I mean, you could afford security, you could afford decent
absolutely,
lifestyle.
but security when your friends are being shot and hijacked
Yeah.
and people you know are actually being killed, it's time to go.
Mm.
and it's time.
But that is that recent?
Over the last 3 years, I'd say regularly I knew somebody every few months, every week that got killed. There's no way one can live like that.
What about all the previous years? Was it good?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Worked hard, woke up at 5:30, 6 in the morning, worked till 6 at night. Did a good job.
Yeah.
Got paid for it.
But it was always different because of the political cloud hanging over South Africa. Did you feel that?
It was always different, yes, but you know, once you're living there and you're working from day to day, you don't really know what's happening politically.
The rest of the world saw it as a place to be avoided for its political views.
Correct.
Officially.
Correct. But once you're inside there, you don't really know what's going on. We weren't allowed. The media was controlled, and we didn't really know what was going on. Now it's coming out, and now we realize what happened. I should have left 10 years ago if I'd have known what I know today. Crying over what I didn't do 10 years ago is not important.
How do you see your life changing now? How do you foresee what's going to happen? What are you going to do here?
Well, I'm trying to get into the property business again. I'll do anything. I'll pack shelves at one of the local supermarkets. I have no problem with that.
You don't need to find a job immediately?
No, but it's very uncomfortable not having a job and walking around as you found me now with a camera on my back. I'm meeting standing over there on business, trying to start things happen again.
So you came.
So it's a business meeting in town. The camera is with me to actually photograph what we're talking about, so I can see it, remember it. That's how I catalogue it, like a diary.
I make my own children's felt stories.
Ah.
So yeah,
Children's
felt stories.
Stories made out of little felt cutouts.
Yeah, yeah, sure. So education as well as just fun.
Yeah.
I've got a little 2.5-year-old girl now, so I found out that they work on her, and she's learnt a lot from them, and I enjoy making them. But this is the kind of things that I do.
Let's say take one. Okay, this is.
Little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his nose. Should we sing the song?
Yeah, go on.
No, not on TV.
That's the fly.
Yeah, this is the fly, and this is Big Peter Rabbit.
Yeah.
And you just use them on a board like this, and you put the pieces on the board and then sing the song, and the children just tip the board upside down and start all over again. My mum and dad got divorced actually when I was very young, and mum had to supplement income somehow. There was no such thing as single mothers back when they got divorced. Showing my age now. But and so we all had to do something, and mum got us all into the craft and just, you know, come on kids, let's do something, we've got to earn money. And
how many kids?
there was 4 in my family. Yeah.
And you all made something?
Yeah, my sister, she does puppets for me now. But my other sister, she's in America at the moment, so supposedly coming home before Christmas. Fingers crossed, and we hope so. Karen Bird.
Karen.
Yeah, as in fly in the sky. Bird. That's a married name, by the way. I used to be an O'Brien, which is a pretty normal name. But yeah, now I got stuck with Bird, so.
And where's Mr. Bird?
Mr. Bird, he is at home babysitting little Kiara Bird. So, yeah,
How
Darren
old
and
is
Karen. Kiara's 2.5, so 2 years and 4 months actually. Yeah, nearly 2.5. So.
Keeps you busy. What with this and that?
Yeah, but I love it too. Yeah, I'm pretty much childlike myself, I think.
Yeah.
Just I love to be kept on the go and kept busy, keeps me out of mischief.
What is Mr. Bird's first name?
Darren.
Darren.
So, and no
Right.
jokes about Darren
No.
and Karen, please. No jokes. If we have more kids, we are not calling them Sharon or Warren or Aaron or anything like that.
Where did you meet Darren, Karen?
Where did I meet Darren? I actually met him when I was 11. He's 6.5 years older than me, so he was 17 when I met him.
Jeepers.
And I told him that I was going to marry him, and he didn't believe me. He told me, when you're grown up and out of school, I'll take you on a date then. So I waited the 6.5 years, and then he had to take me on the date.
Did you tell him? No, it's
The day I left school, I went up to him and I said, I've left school, Darren, now you take me on a date. And he said, oh, okay then. So luckily he was between girlfriends at the time. Luckily me. And yes, I told him right from word go, you're my husband, I'm marrying you. And I don't think he could find a way to get out of it. So he used to come up and watch his girlfriend play netball. And I played netball in his girlfriend's team, also my mother's team. And I don't know, he just used to sit on the sideline. It was his dark hair, dark eyes, I don't know. Maybe his big floppy ears.
What does Darren do?
He works in a nursery, not a children's nursery, a plant nursery. He loves plants. That's about all he ever does. He's right into bonsais. We've got 96 bonsais of our own at home.
96?
Yeah,
Are
he's
you
made
aiming for
every one of
100?
them. We are actually. We said we'll have 100 by Christmas, and then hopefully next year we'll start getting even more again. So I'm a late owl. I only sleep anywhere from 4 to 5 hours, and I think I'm a bit like Napoleon. Wasn't it him who said that 4 hours of sleep is all a person needs? Yeah, well, I'm very much like him then, because that's all I need a night, 4 to 5 hours. And
where does that happen?
Does it tell? Between 2 and 6 in the morning.
Right.
So yeah, I go to bed at 2 every night. I'm up by 6 because Darren goes to work by 6:30, so I like to spend half an hour with him, and my little girl gets up from 6:30 and I'm hers all day.
When does Darren go to bed? Does he need more sleep?
He needs lots more sleep, yeah. He comes upstairs from gardening about 7 o'clock. He also exercises as well, so put an hour of exercise in there. He gets up about 7 o'clock and at night, and we spend 3 hours together, and then he goes to bed, so he needs more beauty sleep than me. Monday to Thursday I cook. He cooks on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So we sort of split that. I don't do toilets. I'm a straight down the line person. Somebody tells me something, I'm going to believe them, because if I tell somebody something, that's the truth. Yeah, I don't know, I've always been like that. I had hassles growing up. My parents fought a lot, and they hid a lot from me because I was a child. And as soon as I was an adult of my own, I said, no way, this is what's happening, this is what's going to happen, and it's going straight down the line. And if I can't run my life like that, then it's just no use me being on earth. It's a waste of time, diddly-daddling and fiddle-fuddling. Are we trying to have children? No. No, one's enough. She's full-on hobo child. She's like, Mum, go, 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 never stops. From like 6 o'clock at night till 6 in the morning. I never had to get up in the middle of the night for her. I used to try. I used to poke her about and say, come on, wake up. Everybody tells me you're supposed to have a bottle. Now wake up. No deal, but she'd stay awake from like 6 or 7 in the morning right through till night time. And now she's walking and talking, and it's wonderful. We go to the park and I run around just as much as she does. It's great. I love it.
Tell me about your terrific haircut.
My terrific haircut?
Is that new?
No,
This is your
I have
trademark.
had it. Oh, when I was 16 I got it done.
Yeah.
I actually did grow it out because when I was working, my boss asked me to grow it out. So I grew it out for 2 years. And for the whole 2 years, I was very upset and angry and very depressed. And I didn't know what was wrong. And then I just walked past a hairdresser one day, and I walked in and I said, she was a friend of mine who worked in there, and I said, okay, shave it again. I need my hairstyle back. This is what's wrong with me. And ever since that day, I've just been...
This is you.
This is me.